Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing okay. We are going to do some maths this morning. So I'm hoping that you've already watched the Numberblocks episode that I put with this video. If you haven't done so already, could you watch that first? Because we're going to do something in this video linked to that. So you need to watch that first. The link should be there, but if you haven't got it, it's called The Whole of Me, and it's on BBC iPlayer. So if you type in The Whole of Me Numberblocks on BBC iPlayer, you should be able to watch the episode there. So if you haven't watched it, then pause the video and go and watch that. But let's get going because I'm sure lots of you have already. So before we start doing our main focus of the day, we're going to just warm our brains up a little bit, and we're going to start by doing some counting. So we're going to count all the way up to 10 and back again. We're going to use our fingers for this, so get your fingers ready. I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well done. Let's go backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good counting, everybody. Well done. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play the bunny ears game, which we have played before. But just to remind you, I'm going to say bunny ears and a number, and I want you to hold up your fingers of that number as bunny ears. So if I said bunny ears 4, then you would have 4 fingers, okay? But you're going to use both hands, okay? And then we're going to look at the different combinations that your fingers make to make that number. Okay, so let's start. Bunny ears 3. Can you show me bunny ears 3? Well done. So you might have had a 1 and a 2. 1 and 2 makes 3. Well done. And we can swap those, a 2 and a 1, same thing. 2 and 1 makes 3. Or you could have had a 3 and a 0. 3 and 0 makes 3, doesn't it? Well done. Okay. Bunny ears 4. Can you show me bunny ears 4? Well done. So you might have a 1 and a 3. 1 and 3 makes 4. And again, if we swap them, 3 and 1 makes 4. You might also have 2 and 2. 2 and 2 makes 4 as well. Good. Or you might have had 4 and 0. 4 and 0 also makes 4 as well. Well done. Okay, last one. Bunny ears 5. Can you show me bunny ears 5? Okay, so you might have 2 and 3. Well done. Or you might have 3 and 2. Same thing. 3 and 2 make 5. Well done. You might have 1 and 4. 1 and 4 makes 5. Well done. Or you might have had 5 and 0. 5 and 0 makes 5. Well done, everybody. Good job. Okay. For this next bit, I am going to share my screen. So let's get it up. Here we go. Right, so we're going to have a think about the Numberblocks episode that you watched. So the episode that you watched was all about having the whole numbers and what parts can make that whole. So if we've got the number and we split it in half or we split it into 2s, what 2 parts, what 2 numbers work together to make that whole number? And let's see if you can remember any of the combinations that they had on the episode. So we're going to start with 1. Does anything make 1? Just the number 1. Just the number 1 and a 0 makes 1. There's no other combinations for the number 1. Okay, what about number 2? Can you think what 2 parts make 2? What makes 2? How do we make 2? Can you have a think about that? How can we make 2? We can have a 1 and a 1. 1 and 1 makes 2. Can you say that? 1 and 1 makes 2. Good. Next one, we've got the number 3. Can you think of any combinations that make 3? What numbers work together to make 3? Have a think about that. We can have a 1 and a 2. 1 and 2 makes 3. Can you say that? 1 and 2 makes 3. Good job. Next one, we've got the number 4. What numbers work together to make the number 4? What number pairs make 4? We can have a 1 and a 3. 1 and 3 makes 4. Can you say that? 1 and 3 makes 4. We can also have a 2 and a 2. 2 and 2 makes 4. Can you say that? 2 and 2 makes 4. And we've also got the number 5. What numbers work together to make 5? Can you think of numbers that work together to make 5? 1 and 4 make 5. Can you say that? 1 and 4 makes 5. What else? We've got 2 and 3. 2 and 3 make 5 together. Well done. Good. Before I show you the next bit, I'm just going to show you something new that we haven't seen before. So I'm going to just show you my screen now. Oh no, I can show you this actually, because this is what I want you to see. So this here is called a part-whole model. So I don't think we've looked at these before, children, but the way that they work is we put in this big circle here, we put the big number that we want to make. So if we wanted to make the number 5, we would put the number 5 in this big circle here, in the whole. The whole is 5. And then in these 2 circles that are attached to it, we're going to put the parts. So we're going to think of 2 numbers that work together to make 5. Think of it a bit like a machine. These 2 bits here work together and they make 5. So we could have here maybe a 2 and a 3. And they work together and they make the whole that is 5. So this is called a part-whole model. And remember this because this is what we're going to be doing today. Okay, I'm going to show you the PowerPoint again. Okay, so there's some examples now of the part-whole models. So it says, I'm number 1, and this is fun. I've got 1 block to play with. The whole of me is 1. Can I split 1 into 2 parts? What do we think? Can I split 1 into 2 parts on the part-whole model? Remember, the whole is at the top here. Can there be 2 parts? There can't be. It's only 1 there. But we could have 1 and a 0. That would also make 1. Okay. I'm number 2, and this is fun. I've got 2 blocks to play with, and the whole of me is 2. Can I split 2 into 2 parts? So my whole, which is the top bit here, is 2. What will my 2 parts be? What will my 2 parts be? The whole of me is 2. What will my 2 parts be? Well done if you said a 1 and a 1. A 1 and a 1 makes 2 like that. One is a part of me, 1 is a part of me, and the whole of me is 2. Okay, now we've got number 3. How can we split up 3? What 2 parts will make 3? We can have a 1 and a 2. 1 and 2 makes 3. Now we've got the number 4. Number 4 can be split in 2 different ways. Can I be split into 2 parts? So can you think of one way that number 4 can be split into 2 parts? How can we split number 4? We can do a 2 and a 2. 2 and 2 makes 4. And is there another way? Can you think of another way? We can have a 3 and a 1. 3 and 1 work together to make the number 4. Okay, last one. Number 5. How can we split number 5? What 2 parts make the whole that is 5? Can you think? We've got a 1, 2. Also 2 on that side. 1, 2, 3. A 2 and a 3 makes 5. The parts are 2 and 3. The whole is 5. Is there another way that we can think of? We can have a 1 and a 4. 1 and 4 work together to make 5. The whole is 5 and the parts are 1 and 4. Well done, everybody. Good. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. So I'm going to explain to you what you're going to do now. You're going to do a bit of exploring, children, exploring with the numbers, but you're going to use the part-whole model that we have just been looking at, okay? Now, I have uploaded a part-whole model onto Teams if you wanted to print it, if you can print, but you don't need to print. You can just draw one, or you could make one. So if you've got 3 hula hoops in your house, you could do it with hula hoops or anything that's in a circle shape. You need to have 3 of them, though. Okay, so remember the hole goes at the top, so you've got the top hole, then 2 parts that come out like that. Okay, now you can also choose how you do this. Okay, for today, children, I wouldn't do numbers, so I wouldn't write numbers in here. Okay, because we're doing a bit of exploring, and sometimes when we use numbers, it's not so easy to do it that way. It's easier to do it when we've got pictures or something that we can handle. So I'm really lucky, children, because I have got Numicon that I've taken from school. And I have, again, I've uploaded some Numicon pictures that you could print and cut out to use if you wanted to. Again, if you haven't got a printer, then don't worry, because you can use things like Lego blocks or any other type of block, or anything that could be like a count, maybe buttons or something like that. It could be anything that you decide to be, but Numicon is there if you want to print it off, if you can. And if you can't print it but you still want to use Numicon, then you could always make your own. You could have a look at the ones that I've uploaded and then maybe make your own. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to explore, just like we did with the number blocks. You're going to have a whole, choose a number that's a whole, a number less than 5. We're not doing numbers any bigger than 5 at the moment, and you're going to work out what the 2 parts are. Okay, some numbers have more than one way of having 2 parts, if that makes sense, what I just said. So I'm going to choose the number, let's have the number 5 in the middle. So my whole is going to be 5. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, now what parts make 5? What 2 parts make 5? I'm going to have a think now, because I've got Numicon. I can put my Numicon on the top of the Numicon that I've used like that, so I can see that I put a 1 there, and what's left is a 4. So I know that 1 and 4. I'm using some blue tack here, children, so it's a bit fiddly. I can put my 1 in there for my part, and if I get another bit, and then I've got my 4 that can go in this part. So that's one way that I can make 5. There's another way that I can make 5. I can use a 3. And again, if I put my 3 on here, and put it in a way that I can see that I've got 2 left after I put my 3 on. So going to put my 3 there, and I've got 2. Now, silly me, I didn't take any 2s from school, so I'm going to have to make 2s using 1s, but we're just going to have to pretend that I've got 2 here. I'm going to use this, I'm going to stick this here. Well, I've got a 3 and a 2 that make 5. My parts are 3 and 2, and my whole is 5. They make 5. Okay, what you can do is you can change this number to a different number and then work out what the parts will be there. So 3, I've got a 2 there, I'm going to keep that 2. 2 and what make 3? 2 and 1 make 3. So I've used my parts, 2 and 1, and I've made my whole, that is 3. Okay, so that's what you're going to do now. You can explore this in any way that you want to. As I said, you can draw the part whole model, you can print it, you could make one, you can use Numicon if you can print it or make your own Numicon, you can use Lego bricks, but what I definitely want you to be using the part whole model. So remember, the whole goes at the top, the number that you're trying to make, and the 2 parts go underneath like this. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. If you've got any questions, mummies and daddies, because I know this is a little bit different to maybe how you would have learned how to do this when you were at school, then please give me a message. But hopefully you'll get on with this okay. And I look forward to seeing it. So just take a couple of photos of the work that you do, and you can change what the whole is. So it can be any number under number 5 and under. Okay, so I hope you get on with that okay. Again, ask me if you've got any questions. Hope that makes sense to you. All right then, bye.